thing on? Is this thing on? Take two. Hi, I just made a whole presentation for you journalism class and had the wrong PowerPoint pulled up, so I'm kind of an idiot and we're going to make mistakes like that. I am so excited about this class. Those of you who don't know me, who haven't had me, I have a long history as a journalist. This is only my 7th or 8th year teaching, my 3rd year teaching high school, and Golden High School is letting me teach journalism here for the first time in 11 years. In 11 years, things have changed. The internet has blown up. The ways of storytelling have changed. So basically, you and I are inventing this together as to what's important, what needs to be heard, what needs to be seen. I am so excited to be working with you guys. We're going to work hard. We're going to do real quality projects, and we will talk about what those might be. I spent the summer tracking down resources, calling up people to give us guest lectures, and I'm just looking forward to this, whatever we make it look like. I was talking with one of the journalism students, Lindsay Mears, over the summer, and she said, Mr. Brown, this shouldn't look like a teacher's class. This should look like a student's class, whether we do a blog, whether we do presentations, whether we do documentaries, whatever we end up doing, it should be the students telling the story. And I could not agree more. That is exactly what I want this to be. I'll be the one posting your stuff, making it public, because it's still my job and I still want to keep it. So I'll control the keys to what goes up there, but I am more than willing to consider almost anything. And let's talk. So I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint that I had the wrong one for a moment ago. Got to hit present now, entire screen. Let's see if I can get the correct, look, it's infinite me. Here it is. That is what I want to share. So I am hitting share now. And you should be able to see the PowerPoint up there. So let's hit present mode here. Welcome. My motto, if you've had me before, you know this, but is how do we fix this? Fixing things is especially important in journalism, because if you put something incorrect out there, you've got to fix it. I'll tell the story later in class another day, but I told my English students last year about a story I had that was 100% factually accurate and 100% completely wrong. There's a lot of nuance in what we're doing, so we're not looking to avoid mistakes. We're looking to avoid putting mistakes out into the public. So about me, I'm old. I was born a long, long time ago. I wouldn't have it any other way. I got to live through an amazing piece of American history. In high school, I hated writing, but I always loved to read. I hated high school. I hated teachers. I can't believe I became a writer, and then I can't believe I became a teacher. Part of the reason was circumstances. My parents moved us from the beach in Southern California to Alaska when I started middle school, and I just hated that too. Alaska was freezing. That looks like desert in front of the city of Anchorage. It is actually frozen ocean. It was miserable. If you think Colorado winters are bad. Eventually, I loved to write. I became a writer for newspapers, magazines, and the internet. Along the way, I worked for Microsoft twice, creating websites and writing for those websites. I started off my career covering crime and justice, and I moved to California to write about the entertainment industry. They wanted someone who could cover hard news. They called me up and said, can you come work for us? And I'm like, heck yeah. During the way, I got to interview Ice Cube, Prince, members of the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Jay-Z, Ludacris, Ice-T, even Britney Spears. I got to go to concerts, TV shows, filmings, documentary filmings, including Barack Obama's acceptance speech. That was back in Denver in 2008. That's me way up there in the press box, and that's Obama down on stage making history. So it was a lot of fun while it lasted, but eventually I just kind of grew tired of it. A teacher asked me a couple of years ago, why would you quit such a fun thing? And I said, imagine eating candy for 25 years straight. Wouldn't you kill for a cheeseburger at that point? I'm glad I made the switch, because I really am surprised at how much I enjoy teaching and hearing what you guys have to say. So My family's important. These are my in-laws. Jerry on the left, unfortunately, passed away a couple of years ago. My wife and kids, that's them when they were little, that's them when they were big. I love Hank and Snickers. This year has been made worse. On March 1st, Hank died suddenly on Sunday morning. It was horrible. We've had him for 13 years, and that was the beginning. Then we go into the pandemic. So it's not been a good year for me, but not for a lot of people. I love seeing new places, but not this year. So how things work, the number one most important thing is your safety. Great if we learn stuff, great if we make an impact. Your parents trust me to send you home in the same or better shape than you got here, physically, mentally, psychologically, bullying-wise, anything. So safety is number one. My kids, who you saw on that previous screen, were at elementary school near Columbine when Columbine happened. I've been that parent wondering if your child is okay in a school shooting nearby. So it's crazy. So why do we do these things? Critical thinking, intellectual agility. Some of you have heard my story about the documentary I worked on. I'll share that with the rest of the class in later days. But we're here to tell stories. We're here to make voices heard. There's so much communication around school today between the principal's letter and the weekly news update on Thursdays. We may be getting involved with that, by the way. There's so many ways, emails that go home, parent newsletters, back to school night, all this stuff. Yet, I'm sure you know better than I that there are a lot of stories out there not being told. And you are the ones who hear those stories. You are the ones who are on the ground. So we're going to make those voices heard. We're going to warm up every day so that you're writing and analyzing. I think I'm going to ask you to find a news story each day that you found interesting and send links and for discussion. You guys, some of you I handpicked. I came to you and said, I would really like you to go into this journalism class. Some of you were recommended by your teachers. Some of you just have the drive to want to do bigger, better projects. We're going to do probably fewer assignments than you do in any other class, but we're going to make them better than any other class so that we can put them out there and be proud. So a lot of you were handpicked or recommended. As far as you freshmen, you may have jumped into something that you didn't know you were jumping into. So I will conference with you separately to make sure that you understand what we do. So this is the only class I teach, and it may be one of the few in the school that have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, which means we're going to have different level of confidence, different levels of abilities. I'm looking for the juniors and seniors to think about being mentor to the sophomores and freshmen. I am looking to you all to ask questions, make your voice heard. It seems like big age differences at this point, but it's not. We're all Golden High School people, and I'm hoping that we won't get into ageism, being so old myself. So what stories aren't being told out there? We need to know. So the way to make this class work, seating charts, I tell a story about prison. We'll get to that when we get in person. And pause this for a moment. We need to talk to each other. We need to conference with each other. This is my largest class between the two sections. I have 32 students. That is awesome. That so many people are into it and so many people are excited about this. I can't tell you how excited I am. And we just got to do it. I do want us to try and every week we're going to be in person, one way or the other, whether it's a Google Meet, which is what I'm on right now, or if we do Zoom, or if we have technology problems and we can't all be together at once. But we are going to check in with each other live and in person, not in person, but live until we're actually in person. And that's what we need to do to make this work. So I want you to get up, get breakfast, be ready. Don't be in your pajamas in your bed. That's not how you do schoolwork. You get up and you take it seriously. I have no doubt this class is going to do that because you guys are just really driven, I think. So this is your first assignment then, tell me about you. Answer in an email. What would I like my teacher to know about me? Please use that address. I check it more frequently than my other address. This can be as much or as little as you like. Whatever it is you want me to know. If you're scared, if you're worried, if you think you maybe jumped in over your head, if you are having trouble at home, if you are really excited to get going, just let me know anything and anything that you want to share with me now about how you function and how I function, what kind of a student you are, what you're interested in, etc. There are no wrong answers. If you don't turn one in though, there goes an F in your grade book before school even starts. So this is your first assignment. Please tell me, maybe just one sentence, maybe a whole page. What do I need to know about you that's going to make us work effectively this year? That's it, and I can't wait to see you either on the screen or in person. Stop sharing. Escape. And that is all I've got, people. So we are out of here. Take care.